everyone, it's me, Jordan Long here, and today I'm going to talk about when you be ashamed for what worship that you follow. And there are sundry worships out there, and a lot of folks belong to them, you know, and with coming with your worship comes your beliefs that come with that worship. And some folks out there will shame you, for your beliefs. Now, this can be someone from your own worship or someone else from another worship. Now, I onlook everyone's worship and the beliefs that they have when it comes to that worship. And I can only hope that they have the same onlook for my worship and my beliefs that I have for theirs. But some folks are not that way. Oh, so you're a Christendom. Yes. So that means you believe in God and Jesus, huh? Yes, I believe in God and Jesus. It means I love God and Jesus and I worship God and Jesus. Well, I think that's dumb. I'm a non-believer. I don't believe in any worship at all. Alright, so you don't believe in any worship at all. That's alright. I onlook your right, to not worship if you don't want to. Because we do have the freedom of worship to either worship or not. So I onlook that. But I think that's dumb, That you believe in something that you can't hear, and you can't see, and you can't handle. Well, put it this way. You believe in love, right? But you can't see love. You can't feel love, and you can't handle love. But love is a thing. Yes. So, believing in something is not the means that you believe it's there, even when there's no truth to back it up, even when you can't see it, or you can't hear it, or you can't smell it, or you can't handle it. But having belief that it's there, Well, I believe. Shit! And no, that's not what I meant to say. That was more a mistake of me falling down. Well, I believe in wisdom. Well, here's the thing about wisdom. Men and women have wisdom, but where do they get that wisdom? From God. And if it wasn't for God giving men and women the wisdom, or giving them the freedom to asking things, there would be no wisdom. And keep in mind, wisdom is asking, why does God do something? And wisdom, well, this is how. How can you think that? Because I know that you can be a healer, or you can be a knower, and you can be worship. You can also belong to a worship too, But then again, I'm not going to make you believe something you don't want to believe, But don't shame me for believing in God and believing in Jesus and loving and worshiping and onlooking God and Jesus when you do not, Because you would want others to onlook your belief, whatever that belief happens to be, Well, I don't know why you can believe in worship when worship was always the ground of wars. Well, very few wars between lands were about worship. Most of the wars were either about land being stolen, land being taken, their rights or their freedoms not being onlooked. But I don't think worship really had anything to do with all the sundry wars out there that happen. So you can't say that worship, was the one that made all those wars happen, because you can hardly doubt that the Ukrainian-Russian war, or the Holy Land, Palestinian land war, or the Holy Land Iranish land war, or any of the sundry other wars going on. They don't have really very anything to do with worship. So that's just how I deal with it. I onlook everyone's worship and their beliefs, and I hope that they onlook my worship and my beliefs. I'll see you all later.